Namaste, brothers and sisters. Yes, we did it. I am now live and you can now see me. Keep refreshing their page and wait for everyone to jump on the call. So let me know if you have made it onto the call. Yay, we're here. Yeah, amazing. Much better. Oh, we can do this, guys. I made an effort. I've got my fancy little top on. Do you know what I mean? I wanted you to see it. So let's just pray that everyone can do it. Like, it's not that difficult. Hi, Jem. So let's just check to see. I'll just see if there's any issues with anyone getting on the call. Don't think there is. Right, well, I've just sent that to Barbara. Numbers are rising. Hi, Donna. Hi, darling. We had 168, so hopefully they're all going to be able to jump on the call. Oh. Sitting in the sun in my favourite place for this beautiful solstice transmission. So grateful. Is this the new one? Yes, it's the new one, Terry. Hi, darling. Amanda. We see you. Yeah. So we're just going to give everyone a few minutes to jump on the call. Oh, my good Lord. Got to deal with a couple of little technical glitches. Right, we're getting there, brothers and sisters. How are we doing on numbers? That's what I want to know. 95, 111. We should have way more than that. Okay, we're just going to have to wait for everyone to jump on the call. Why did you do this to me, YouTube? Is it a little bit of a glitch? Oh, Joe's here. Hi, Joe. They will come. God, it's so weird. Pray to God that everyone can make it. I really, really do. There you are. Hi, beautiful. Wonderful to be here on this special evening. Love you, Amanda. Aren't we in the same room? Yeah, we're just going to have to trust in the process. So yeah, just to give everyone an update, welcome to the Solstice transmission, and just want to let everyone know that I feel like I've come through some sort of healing breakthrough, and I really, really was in the most extraordinarily unfathomable amount of grief, and but I had this dream a few nights ago, and it's really, really helped me come to terms with resolving the situation with Liam. And since I've had the dream, I have not fallen into any ridiculously intense grief wormholes. I've been really, really good. I've been riding it, and without getting overwhelmed, and so I feel that's really good. And today, this is my first transmission since he passed that I've actually been like functioning, and yeah, so yeah, there's been a lot going on for me. I've just recently come out of a bit of a healing crisis. I always see healing crises as really, really quite powerful upgrades. So I wouldn't say I'm completely out the other end, but I'm 80% out the other end of it. And yeah, it's been very powerful, and I can't imagine where I'm going. I mean, I did have a very, very powerful upgrade with my Merkaba and anchoring into 12th dimensional consciousness. That was something, a byproduct of this purge that I've just been through. And it's also connected to seeing my twin flame, and it didn't go how I wanted it to go on an ego level, but it definitely was perfect. But I think us being in the same vicinity as each other is very, very activating, and very, very brings up stuff, like it causes us to purge. And I think that's what put me into a very, very deep purging kind of like timeline. My two times. Yeah, so I just wanted to give everyone an update that I'm feeling a lot better in my core. I just think that, you know, the role that I've taken on is sort of like, you know, a leadership role, and somehow I go through a lot of the transformations prior to the collective, maybe, and then I'm sort of like required to really, really stretch and expand my consciousness as a leader. Kind of feels like that. And then somehow it's a bit like trailblazing as I stretch into those new sort of like consciousness realms. It's like removing loads of density in a forest to make the trail easier for other people. That's what it feels like. But it's you know, it's very difficult for me sometimes taking on that role, because I'm on the front line with all the blooming, you know, the sickle and the axe and cutting it all down, and really, really having to deal with that without any support, particularly, like, or a mentor, because who could mentor me? I don't know who could mentor me. If anyone knows anyone who could mentor me, like, let me know. But I think to be a mentor, you've got to at least be at the same level of consciousness, if not a little bit more advanced. So it's difficult when you're, you know, kind of out there on a limb on your own, you know, but it's okay. It's what I signed up for. But yeah, no, I'm doing a lot better, and I'm feeling a lot stronger. I mean, that was really amazing though. That last transmission, how amazing was that? That was so powerful. That was so deep. I felt like every single member of my community was holding me, like giving me a proper deep cuddle. Like, I really, really felt, even though it had all these like crazy glitches, technical glitches, I just felt this enormous sense of protection and love from everyone. Friends can be mentors. Yeah, but I'm talking about a mentor. I'm not talking about a mentor friend. I'm talking about what the reason why I'm saying that is to navigate these consciousness expansion timelines that I'm on. I don't have guidance. I don't have a mentor. It's just me and my sickle and my axe. And this is what I've signed up for. I've signed up to be a leader of consciousness. So I don't expect there to be other people that are able to lead me, because that's the job that I've signed up for. But we can have mentors in different areas of our life. But I was speaking within that specific context. Anyway, Jennifer, you made it after all those emails. Jennifer was having major issues getting onto the call, but she's here. I was so sad and grieved when my close childhood friend died. Oh, I'm sorry, Nicola. You are now on, my love. The last transmission was fabulous. It was. Thank you, Joe. You're quite good as a mentor, sort of. I've always been a supporter of frontline people, being asked to stretch beyond that now. Work in progress. Don't ask me detail. I don't know. I'm so sorry to hear about that, Liam Jen. Pushed away my twin flame after he told me he was taking the jab. He's probably not your twin flame, hon. Oh. Yeah, so I just wanted to give everyone a little bit of an update. We've got 222 people on the call. That's really amazing. Yeah, I wanted to give everyone a little update because I got so many emails from so many of you saying, you know, like, a little bit concerned, checking in with me, and I'm really, really grateful for all of your love. And it was very, very healing for me, that last transmission. It really, really was. It was very, very powerful. Yes, you are. I sent some reset energy to eliminate the sabotage. Yeah. Yeah, I felt like my twin flame is constantly pushing away. Just need to let go. Yes, here we are. Strong energy since 15 minutes of this transmission. Yes, I have the same feeling, Jen, that I'm dealing with the energies for the collective. Oh, spiritual hugs. Oh. Yes, I agree, Christine. I absolutely wholeheartedly agree. Wow. Oh, it's 2:22 in Chicago. Oh, that's so cool. Oh my God. That's amazing. Okay, guys, so I think we are about to start the transmission. So thank you all so much for showing up, for being part of the ground crew, for putting aside your own individual egoic desires to really, really deeply show up to serve the collective, because all of the work that we experience on an internal level, we activate these codes within the collective. So this is an act of extraordinary generosity that you have shown up for this work, and this is noted by all of your ancestors, past, current and future, and they are so grateful for you. And I really, really cannot express how deeply grateful your ancestors are for you, and for the fact that you have awoken to the point that you can actually show up for this level of ceremony at this particular time, in this particular epoch of this current great awakening that we are in. So full respect and full kudos to you for hearing the call and prioritizing your spiritual ascension over all materialistic BS. So well done. So yeah, we're about to start, brothers and sisters. So another bit of news is that my golden chalice broke, and it broke when I was facilitating a wealth mastermind, my first in-person event at my home, and it broke. And I'm not attached, it's absolutely fine, I'll get another one. But fancy golden chalice here today. But I think it's very, very symbolic that you know that cracked, and I'm now shedding that, and it's opening up for something greater, more expansive, you know, for me to hold my light. Jen, is you have that strong feeling that doesn't go, is that your twin flame? I think about him every day, it's driving me mad. Oh, I don't even know what that means. I appreciate you all, brothers and sisters. Thank you, Jen. Hello, Ruby darling. I treasure you. I treasure you, Amanda. I treasure you, darling. Okay, guys, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this big work now. Big work. Please know that this is available as a recording, and you can tune in at any time that you wish. To everyone tuning into the replay, please know that this sacred work is offered on an energetic exchange basis, and I will post the link to make a donation. Zoe will also post a link to make a donation in the chat box, and I will post a link to make a donation in the box below. So I invite everyone to stay in integrity with that. So inviting all of us to begin to take some deep breaths. Breathing in through our navel center. And the out breath, giving ourselves very, very deep permission to relax our shoulders and relax our jaw. Bringing your awareness to all the places that your body is in contact with the floor or the chair. Giving yourself deep permission to relax. On the next out breath, visualizing a grounding cord coming out of your root center. And like a golden snake, visualize this grounding cord wrapping itself tightly around the core of Mother Earth. Keep sending your grounding cord deeper and deeper as we activate all of our grid points on this powerful, auspicious ceremony. Please breaths to deeply ground your energy into your own individualized grid point, remembering to send forth light codes as you send your grounding cord deep into the core of Mother Earth. Keep sending your grounding cord deeper and deeper. And visualizing it wrapping itself tightly around the core of Mother Earth. Keep sending your grounding cord deeper and deeper. And now just tune into all of the brothers and sisters on this call and notice that all of their grid points have been fully activated with light. Understand that this crew showing up for service. As we take our positions on this powerful and auspicious solstice gateway. In your mind's eye, we are now being asked to visualize every single one of us in this powerful and sacred circle, visualizing us making a great circle at Stonehenge in Wiltshire in the United Kingdom, visualizing all of us dressed in white with our feet bare, making a huge circle in Stonehenge. Just look around you at all your brothers and sisters and see them smiling and beaming. You look above you and you can notice that the sky is emitting the most extraordinarily beautiful light. It's very golden, orange and cerise pink. And feel the presence of our Creator surrounding us and cuddling us with this light. Notice that the circle is complete and there are no gaps in the circle. But all of a sudden you can hear very powerful footprints that are making the land shudder. And you get a sense of very powerful beings are coming to join us. And you look in the distance and you can see that there are two golden dragons. One is masculine and one is feminine. And they are walking towards us. And as they get closer, you notice that they are dressed in a wedding suit, that the golden male dragon is wearing a masculine wedding suit, and the feminine golden dragon is wearing a beautiful wedding dress, a golden wedding dress. And just notice as this golden couple enter into our circle, they are surrounded by an entourage that is made up of orbs, light orbs. And these represent many, many different galactical, interdimensional beings who have come forward to witness this powerful sacred ceremony. So as these beautiful golden dragons make their way into the very, very center of our circle, just notice how the air has changed. The air is heavy with love, with romance, with marriage, with the energy of a wedding. Just get a sense of being extraordinarily privileged to be able to witness this ceremony. And notice now that the golden dragons are led to the very center of our circle. And at this point, they are both staring deeply into each other's eyes, and they're both crying due to the amount of love that they feel from the other. Please observe that. And at this point, this Arcturian, this miniature Arcturian that we often work with in the transmissions, he is now coming forward, and he's dressed as a person who, or a being who has come forward to lead this ceremony. So notice that he's also wearing beautiful golden robes, and he has a stick with a ball on it. It's actually a pine cone, and he has very powerful symbols on him. So just observe this beautiful, divine Arcturian being coming forward. And as he stands just between the couple, just observe how honoring and how much reverence the dragons show towards this Arcturian being, who it turns out is the guardian grid keeper of the earth. This Arcturian has been assigned the role as the keeper of the grid lines on the earth. And this is something that is explained to us telepathically. And at this point, the Arcturian comes forward and he lifts up his stick that is carrying a pine cone to the air, and he makes the following incantation. Is that as he reaches his stick up to the heavens, it draws down a powerful golden light that enters through him, that is transferred onto the golden dragons. The Arcturian turns around and telepathically he explains to us that these dragons represent the Earth's Kundalini energy, and we are now moving into a brand new phase of our ascension. We are now moving into a brand new stage of our ascension, and it is highly appropriate that we implement the golden dragons in their new upgraded form into the Earth's grid. So please observe now that the dragons are standing opposite each other. And as they are staring deeply and lovingly into each other's eyes, This activates a pillar of light to descend down from the heavens. And as this pillar of light descends down from the heavens, please notice that the dragons begin to merge and they begin to dissolve into this pillar of light. And we can see them and observe them dressed in their exquisite wedding attire, spiraling and merging at Stonehenge. The Arcturian lifts his stick up and he points it further into the sky, and he times the intensity by 33 with regards to their spin of the union. He lifts his stick up again and he pulls it down times 10. And he is now activating a times 333 spin on this unification of the dragons. Please notice in your mind's eye that they are spinning very, very fast now, and that they are moving up and down this pillar of light. And we are being asked to observe that just on the ground level where this pillar of light meets the earth, this ground is now opening up energetically, and it's created a portal to the inner earth. And please just notice now that the dragon energy is being propelled down deep into inner earth. And as the dragons are spinning, they are emitting this glorious pink energy, this pink love heart energy, this pink rose energy that is just flying off and flying into Earth's atmosphere and infusing Earth's atmosphere with the energies of the Hieros Gamos, the divine partnership, divine love. And notice now how the dragons are being magnetized deep into the Earth's core, and they're actually being set on a trajectory to move throughout all of the ley lines, starting from Stonehenge. Now, this is a mother ley line that works with the Mary and the Michael energies that leads directly to Jerusalem. And it leads also directly to Cairo, to Egypt, where the pyramids are. So notice how this particular mother ley line is being worked from Stonehenge to Jerusalem, and then from Jerusalem to Egypt, to Cairo. And notice how the energies are moving very fluidly throughout these lines. Hashikuya sia nanaya tikia nanalaya nanana. Halia tikia nasiwa tikia natia lakia sia lakia. Ashkia sia naliana. Arasia latiana sikia chikuaya sia lala. Hakaya leania Ishua sia lia. Kuaya lia. Chui lia. Shua ya, Isua ya, Tua ya. Notice how the energies are settling now in Egypt, and they are at a particular aspect of the Great Pyramid of Giza, and they're centralizing there and spiraling there. And notice that they are gathering momentum to move throughout the rest of the song lines on the earthly grid. So just observe how the energies are accumulating and intensifying in the Pyramid of Giza, as this is a mother portal, And this will ensure the even distribution of these light codes throughout the entire Earth grid. We are working with the energies of sacred union, the Hieros Gamos frequencies, which directly bring us into unity consciousness. This is the fast track to unity consciousness, is through the Hieros Gamos, through the sacred merge, the sacred marriage of your Kundalini energy. So just notice now that the Kundalini dragons have accumulated on this particular grid point in Egypt, and they're currently spinning and spiraling as they are accumulating all the necessary energy to be dispersed evenly throughout the grid. And as this is occurring, just notice how you are magnetized down through that portal that the dragons went through, that the dragons traveled through. And indeed, you are guiding every single one of us in this circle into the pyramid of Giza. And on the count of 3, we will all arrive at the pyramid of Giza. 1, 2, 3. You notice now that we are all standing in a large circle at the Great Pyramid of Giza. And in front of us, we are shown there is a glass, very large door. It's like a chamber door that is made of glass. And behind the glass, we are being shown that the Kundalini dragons are merging. They are unifying their energy, their sexual energy, in order to be spread evenly throughout the entire grid. And as this is occurring, you notice that the Arcturian has also arrived in this very, very sacred spot. And at this point, he comes over to you and he gently bends his forehead, and that is his way of inviting you to please come to the front of the circle where he is standing. So just notice yourself now that you are being guided to a certain area within the circle where the Arcturian stands, and he's actually behind a stone. It's like an altar, a stone altar. And you can see that there is a golden heart shape for you to stand on. And next to you, there is a golden heart shape. And the Arcturian telepathically asks you to please close your eyes and please visualize your divine counterpart standing next to you. So on the count of 3, we are all going to visualize our divine counterparts standing next to us. 1, 2, 3. Please look at the side of you and you notice that your divine counterpart is dressed in his or her full wedding regalia. They are dressed in the outfit that they will be wearing the day that you get married. And notice that you are also wearing a beautiful, exquisite wedding costume. So just get a sense now to feel yourself in your wedding costume and really drink in that feeling of knowing that you stand by the side of your divine counterpart. Your divine counterpart has shown up in the higher dimensions for this Hieros Gamos ceremony in order to support you and support the collective in this grand ascension timeline. So just get a sense of the great comfort that you feel from standing so close to your twin flame. And at this point, the Arcturian comes forward and he opens up a sacred text. And on the sacred text, there is a white platinum diamond ring. And in fact, there are 2 of them. They are made of just a pure circle. And then the Arcturian asks you to please pick up the ring each. And as you are both holding the ring, the Arcturian releases the following blessing. Shikia isukuya siya natikia siya yokuya sikia sikio aya siya na ya nasuya ya na ya la ya Isuayali kuyanaya siualayan kuya sikiti ayasukuayana yasikiana kuchuayan siuanaya kitia sikuay sikia kutuayan kuasiana tukiana no ananananananana hi wala kikatiria siayana yono. Please observe that the rings that you are carrying have now been activated with light codes. There are light codes that are now bouncing off these rings. And as you stand next to your partner, your divine counterpart, having received this auspicious blessing from this Arcturian elder, please observe how a silver white pillar of light descends down from the heavens. Shuya siya kuya siwa kia siwa yana kuya siya na yana yana yana. And notice that this silver white light is infused with magnetic particles that are deeply magnetizing you and your twin flame to merge in this central light. On the count of 3, we are going to fully and completely merge with our twin flame in this silver white light. 1, feel your energies merging and dissolving. 2, feel your energies rising and ascending. 3, see yourself now spinning as one in full sacred merge, in full sacred marriage. At this point, you notice that the glass that has been shielding the dragons has now completely dissolved, and the dragons, the masculine and feminine dragons, they come forward, and in their hand they are carrying glitter. But this isn't 3D glitter, this is higher dimensional glitter, and they are wanting to give you and your twin flame a blessing. And so just notice how they come forward, both of them, and they sprinkle these light codes into your field, the 0 point field where you are merging with your twin. On the count of 3, the merge with your twin flame will be complete. 1, 2, 3. At this point, the Hieros Gamos has been activated, and you and your twin flame come out of your merged form, and you look at each other and you notice that you are both carrying the golden dragon codes now. And it is held within your auric field and is connected to your Lyran DNA. This is a Lyran DNA activation, which is intricately connected to the 8-8 Lion's Gate. This is preparation for the 8-8 Lion's Gate. This is preparing our DNA for the upgrade that is going to occur at the time of the Lion's Gate. So please understand that and allow yourself to receive these powerful, extraordinary blessings that are coming forward from the golden dragons. And as you observe your divine counterpart, you notice that there are symbols that are connected to the dragon realm that are attached to the psychic field now of your divine counterpart, giving them great power, strength, tenacity, ability to transcend the need for other people's approval, ability to speak even if their voice shakes. We are receiving an extremely powerful upgrade working with the dragon codes. This is to do with the fully self-realized codes of sovereignty, being a self-actualized sovereign being. So please take a moment to take a few deep breaths to deeply seal these sovereignty codes, these Hieros Gamos codes within your own psychic field, within your own conversational reality that you are having within your own consciousness. Make this so. I am that I am. I am that I am. At this point, the Arcturian bows to you in deep gratitude for you showing up for this work. And at this point, the golden dragons are released. On the count of 3, we're going to release the golden dragons to infuse every single song line, every single ley line on the earth. 1, knowing that they are carrying the energy of the Hieros Gamos of every person in the ceremony. 2, 3. Just visualize these golden dragons moving through the song lines, bringing restoration codes, bringing song codes, bringing in codes of bliss, of rapture, of higher dimensional energy, restoring all war energy, deleting war energy, deleting trauma energy from the electromagnetic grid of Gaia. And just observe how the dragons are moving very, very fast now throughout the entire grid. And they are creating an antidote to all nefarious intentions that have been set forth with these energies of solstice from the despicable powers that were. Know deep in your soul that this is the antidote. This is how Mother Gaia says no. No more to evil. Only love. Only kindness, only sovereignty, only service to others. On the count of 3, this process will be complete. 1, 2, 3. We are all being asked now to visualize in the next week, as often as we can, the golden energies of the golden dragon filling up the song lines of the earth. The more we can hold this vision, the quicker the transformation will be, the quicker we will anchor with the timeline of disclosure, which is intricately connected to the Earth's consciousness reaching a critical mass. And the work that we do in the transmissions is supporting the consciousness to reach critical mass of awakened consciousness. The Arcturian comes forward and he blesses you and he blesses your twin flame. And he says, thank you. We are a family. We are all working together. And the Arcturian asks you now to bring your awareness back into your physical body. Bring your awareness to your spinal column. Bring your awareness back to your fingers and your toes, to know there is no separation between you and your higher self. We are on this trajectory of becoming one with our higher self. There is not a moment where we are in ceremony and out of ceremony. Every moment is a ceremony. There is not anything that is sacred and something is not sacred. Everything is sacred. Every blade of grass, every grain of sand is sacred. There is no hierarchy on heaven. There is no hierarchy on earth. We are all innocent and beloved children of God. And it is only lies and illusion that prevent us from knowing that truth and from basking in that truth. You are a leader. It is up to you to reclaim your own innocence and stop waiting for some holy person or church father or church figure to recognize you. because it will never, ever happen. This is a self-sovereign universe, and it is your job to own your own innocence and your own sovereignty. And as you do that, you give permission for all of your brothers and sisters to do the same. And that is the name of the game. This meditation is now complete, brothers and sisters, although of course it never ends. Every moment is a ceremony and every moment is sacred, and I am forever one with my higher self, as are you. Welcome to the new paradigm, brothers and sisters. Happy birthday, Keith, to your twin. What chord? Jennifer says, let's do a weekly. I do them twice a month, once or twice a month. That's quite a lot. Oh, thanks, Keith. Jen. Oh, it's just so lovely reading your messages. That's so beautiful. Oh, thank you. That was beautiful. It was so powerful. Oh, Ava, hi, darling. You're here. Yay. Yay. Oh, I'm just reading your comments. Joe says, wow. Oh, thank you, Jen. Much love and blessings. Donna, beautiful as always. Thank you so much, Jen. Oh God, it's just so amazing to get through a transmission without being absolutely just like on death's door. As I felt the last few times. Does the cord stay wrapped around the Earth's core? Yeah, the Earth stays wrapped. We've wrapped our cord around the Earth. That's how we always ground. Just stay grounded. We don't not be grounded. My heart is full, just coming out. So powerful to connect with the ley lines. Thank you, gorgeous, sending you all the love. So beautiful and so powerful. I had a Kundalini awakening with someone. We were both dragons entwining. Ooh. Oh, yeah, stay on the call, brothers and sisters, because I've got a couple of announcements to make. I'm just going to let everyone sort of come back round after the transmission, but I got guided today because I'm actually feeling quite well. I'm going to do a little 24-hour sale on my amazing programs, but I'll tell you all in a minute. So stay on the call if you wanna sort of like get involved in this 24-hour sale. Yeah, thank you, Jen. That was one of the most powerful meditations I have done with you. It moved me to tears of joy. Oh, this just knocked me out of reality. Beautiful. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Thank you, Jen. My spine and back are on fire. So much heat and so powerful. Dragon is one of my power animals. How do you feel that when Kundalini is open and awakening? You feel really, really good. I mean, you know, I had a Kundalini awakening, and the first part was amazing. I went into a 6-month samadhi, and I went into a complete and utter state of like heavenly bliss for 6 months. But then afterwards, when I got back to England after being in India, it was a bit like it's a bit like turning on the light in a dark, messy room. Because not only are you dealing with your own SHIT, you're also, as the awakened one in your family, dealing with your ancestral lineage and your karmic lineage and all your past lifetimes as well. So initially it was very, very blissful and ecstatic, but then after that it was like the light got turned on into this messy sort of like hall, and I was like, oh, there's cobwebs there, there's a lot of clutter there, and I had to go in there and I had to roll my sleeves up and I had to allow it all to somehow move through my body. Like, you can't bypass like stuff, you can't really bypass it, you have to find some methods to go through it, you know. And I've been in that for the last 20 odd years, I would say, moving through the collective trauma that I've come here to transmute. Anyway, that was to Yakuri's question. I acknowledge you all in love and light. Blessings, everyone. Feel such a connection. We got envision connection here. Oh, the adjustments is right after your Kundalini. Yep. Oh, Rhonda had tears of joy. Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, all right. Well, I don't want people to leave without hearing what my couple of announcements are. So the next transmission is going to be the 7/7. Who knows what we're going to do for that? Well, that will probably come through in the next couple of days. I've written my book, No More Crumbs. I'm going to be publishing that on the Magdalene Feast Day, which is the 21st. And I will also be doing a transmission on Magdalene Feast Day, and I will be doing a book launch on the Magdalene Feast Day as well. Oh, Ava's giving me a full 5-minute hug. Oh, I feel it. I feel it. Ah. Thank you, darling. I totally feel it. Woo. Yeah, so I was going to say, so that's an important announcement. I'm actually really itching to start my third book, and my third book is going to be called Magdalene Speaks, and I'm going to be bringing through a message from Mary Magdalene, as I feel I've got such a deep connection with Mary Magdalene. And when I had my spiritual awakening, I was like taken to the temples of Isis, and I was shown the timeline of when she was a little baby and all sorts. So I feel like I've got a really important piece to share about Mary Magdalene, and I'm going to talk about in the book, I'm going to talk about how what my team have told me about Magdalene, like who is she, and that she's not a woman. Magdalene's an energy. Magdalene is a flame that exists. Like we're all born with that spark of the Magdalene within us, men and women, and it's up to us and our spiritual journey to fan that spark to become the flame, the self-actualized flame of the Magdalene. So yeah, I can't wait to write that book. I'm absolutely just itching to go with that. But yeah, so No More Crumbs is absolutely amazing as well. The feedback I've got off that is unbelievable. But I think, you know, the books are a lasting legacy, and they will be read by many people over many, many years. And I was thinking today, I was like, all those people that read it when it's not like the pandemic, they're going to be like, what is she going on about? Because I'm writing in the pandemic. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, I don't make huge reference to it, but I do talk about, you know, a few things that are fully referencing it. But I was just thinking how it is going to have a massive effect. The more people that read it, it's like that book is like literally like your higher self is getting in there and giving you a hand to pull you out of a hole, which is a collective hole that we've all been hijacked to fall into, you know. And this is particularly around this area of self-worth and what we allow and what we accept in our relationships, particularly as women. And so the book is just like no more programming. It should be called No More Programming, never mind No More Crumbs. But that's what it is. The purpose is literally just to pull you out and to give you a little moment to take a breather and say, oh my God, is that my truth? Is that my truth? No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I threw our masks out. Yes. Yes, Molly. That makes me so happy. Joe says the divine feminine in all of us is awakening. Can't wait to read about Mary Magdalene. Yes, legacies are what we need. No more 3D BS in print. No, exactly. No more programming is a good one. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to your new book with Magdalene energy channeling. God love Buzz over here. Good love, Buzz. Oh, love you, Molly. Oh, haven't had a Kundalini, but I'm going through that. Oh, bless the rainbow. Yeah, so speaking about my book, Zoe's read it. Zoe's the only person that's read it, and my editor. No More Crumbs is written in a way that each paragraph is an alchemical key, which I found myself pondering on, which initiated and activated an ancient knowing and upgrade. Oh my God, there you go. from Zoe, who's read it. She's apart from my editor, Zoe's the only person that's read the book. So there you go. So talking of books, one of my, I've been guided today to do a little 24-hour offer on some of my programs. Now, these programs are normally worth £333. They're sold for £333 on my website, and I sell them regularly. But I was inspired to offer everyone on the transmission it's like a, for like an eighth of the price, major discount. So, and also, I am doing a sale for 24 hours for my audiobook, Twin Flames in the Event. So basically, I'm going to post the link here to get the audiobook, Twin Flames and the Event. And it's normally £27.99. But if you go with this link, it is £22. So let's just post that link there. So if anyone wants to gift themselves the audiobook, you won't get it cheaper than that. That's the cheapest you'll ever get it. Well, the book is available on Kindle, yes. And also, beautiful soul family, I wanted to let you know that I've bought through this very powerful program called Manifesting Your True Love, and it's normally £333. I'm selling it for £55 on my website for 24 hours. So at 9 o'clock tomorrow, I'm gonna put the prices back at £333. So yeah, really just meditate, see if you're meant to do it, and make the most of this offer. So it's a program that will really deeply assist you to become very magnetic to your twin flame. And you all know, working with me, these codes, they're the real deal. They genuinely are the real deal, and they're very exclusive, really, and I'm sharing these codes. So that's available. The other things available, if you know anyone with alopecia or baldness, I have created a very powerful 21-day program to cure yourself of alopecia and baldness. Again, that's normally £333. It's currently £55 on my website. I highly recommend it. It's because these aren't just meditations, these are actual programs. Also, the EMF protection, very important. This is probably the most important one. Normally £333. I'm selling it today for £55. It's a 21-day program for you to speak to your DNA, to basically to train your DNA to oscillate at a frequency whereby it is unaffected by EMF radiation. We are in a spiritual war, and we have got all these amazing external products such as shungite and tourmaline and, omnia patches and stuff like that. But there is nothing that trumps actually working with your own inner technology, your Christic technology. And so this is what this program is about. And I highly recommend it to anyone that suffers from EMF, vulnerabilities and stuff like that. Highly recommend it. So I'll post the link to that as well. And then the final one is attract 1 million followers on social media. I was spontaneously guided to bring through this meditation to take you on this very deep internal journey. Again, it's all working with magnetism. Most of the things that I'm doing, I'm working with magnetism, of how to attract, how do you become magnetic to your heart's desires. And this is really a very important key when it comes to manifestation. Of course, it's not only about magnetism, it is about taking direct, divinely guided action as well. Of course it is, but it's a lot on magnetism. So the work, all these programs are like basically training your subconscious mind to become more and more magnetic. So it's highly recommended. So it's a 24-hour program. I'll post those links, and I'll also post them. I haven't put the True Love link up there. I'll also post them below this link. Oh no, it's not letting me do it. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, right, it won't let me do that. Hold on, I've got to just get rid of something. Does that work? Oh gosh. I will do that in a minute. It's you're only allowed to put 200 characters, so that's difficult. I haven't really got any other programs coming up at the moment. I need to take a break. I basically, and so I'm having to really pull back on my moment. But yeah, Definitely. Oh, I just read Zoe's message. That's really funny. Jen's programs put you into action. I am living proof of that. Definitely a work in progress. Bless you, Zoe. Oh, I get you feeling great after transmission. Sending you love. You are beautiful. Thank you so much for your service, hard work, and love. Genuine, conscious purity. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I was just saying that I had to pull back, but I've just done the wealth container. It was absolutely amazing. And all my lovely ladies, I mean, loads of them are on this call, have sent me such incredible feedback and testimonies. And I would say that's probably now my signature program is the wealth container. And I really look forward to, you know, doing another one. So yeah, that'll be amazing. And I'm going to also do another wealth mastermind. And my book After Magdalene Speaks is going to be my awakening into wealth consciousness, restoring our Christic wealth blueprint, because this is so important. This information and codes that I'm sharing about wealth consciousness is so important for the ascension, brothers and sisters. And it's so important that we star beings let go of these any sort of contracts and agreements with poverty and stuff like that, because that is not what God wants. That is not what our higher self wants. Our higher self requires us to be in abundance. We must live in abundance, because there's so many corrections that need to happen on this earthly plane, that it requires conscious awakened people to be the receivers and the channels of abundance. It's a no-brainer. But in order to do that, we have to let go of the programming and the blocks, and we have to be able to identify what has kept us sort of plateaued with our wealth blueprint. Very, very important conversation. It's so important that I'm going to actually be devoting a whole book to writing about it and talking about my journey and my awakening and all the amazing tools that I've learned. So I just want to be honest with you, I want to go somewhere and just write books. That's all I want to do right now. And I think that's what I should just follow that and not, you know, the programs will come. Once those books have been written, I'm sure I'll get a break, you know. The coaching one was also amazing. Thank you more than I can say. It's working and has helped immensely. Oh, that's amazing, Lucy. Oh, nowhere close to out of it. Well, maybe close. Can't get the True Love link to work. Can you please post again? Yes, I will post the True Love link, Lynn. You just bear with me 1 second. Yeah, take me up on this offer, guys. It's definitely worth it. Just got to remember, where did I rainbow? Oh gosh, that's weird. Sorry, I've just got to find it. I'm sure One Day Ascension Retreat. That's the one. Right. No, that's not it. Oh, I've just got to find that link, Lynn. But yeah, no, it's really, really good to share with everyone, you know, everything that's been going on in my reality recently. And oh, it's such a shame I can't find this link. It's just gone and disappeared. Where did I put it? While in the ceremony? No, I'm going to have to actually send it to you guys. What I'll do when I get off this call, if you go to my YouTube, you'll see the link. I'll find the link. No, that's not it. But don't worry, I will find it. Lovely, Lynn. And yeah, so let's just see. Thank you so much, beautiful Jen. Thank you, darling. Looking forward to the coaching that will take place. That was supposed to happen on June 11th. Yes, bear it. I am just coming back to all my people that signed up for the coaching call. I was so unwell. That's the first time I've ever cancelled anything, all my work that I've ever done. I have never once cancelled a interview, a podcast, a transmission, a one-to-one session. I've never once cancelled. I really, really had to cancel that session. I was absolutely finished. It was like I was like a cloth that had just completely and utterly run dry, you know. So but I will be, as soon as I feel a bit more energy, because it took a lot of energy. I might actually split it into 2, because it took a bit too much energy for me to do that for 10 people, because I don't do things in half. I show up 1 million bazillion %, don't I? Like, I never show up like 70% or 85%. I show up like 1 bazillion percent. And then I had 10 people. I was like, oh my God, I've got like change their lives. Do you know what I mean? Oh gosh, it's getting a bit dark. I really want to find this link. Let's see if I can find it in my thingy-majiggy. Oh, it's not there. So bizarre. But has anyone else got anything they'd like to say? I love reading your beautiful comments. Oh, I can't believe that link has gone. I understand. So we'll love you, Jen, and no, it will be great. Yeah, I think I'm gonna split it into 2. Yeah, Jen never cancels anything. Literally, like I've never cancelled a transmission. I found out Liam passed, and an hour later, I'd hosted a transmission. That is how committed I am to you lot. Like, honestly, if I cancel something, it is really, really like mega. And also, I've never been late. I've never once been late for a transmission. People get the wrong time zone. They think I'm late, but I've never, ever. I know it's between me and God. Me and God know I have never, ever once been late for a transmission. And that's pretty amazing. And I've never once cancelled a transmission, no matter what is going on in my life. What's happening in July, if I don't mind to ask? Well, hopefully there's going to be this disclosure. Mr. T's coming back, hopefully. I mean, you know, it all depends on this critical mass. Mr. T can't come in like, you know, as a saviour. It's like we have to reach critical mass. That's our job. And then once that happens, we can get the help, you know. So we've got to just keep at it, keep waking everyone up, keep red pilling, keeps, you know. It's not even about red pilling. It's just about being ourselves. Be yourself without your filters, without your programs, without these false ideas of what your dad expected of you or your mum expected of you. Just be yourself. That is what is needed. That is what is needed for us to reach critical mass. That is what is needed to wake up your brothers and sisters, because we're all so attuned that we can sniff out like inauthenticity, and we can sniff out authenticity. And when we are in the presence of an authentic person, this unconsciously gives us permission to drop our filters and our perceptions. And this is what it's all about now. This is like a, you know, it's a wake up time, but it's about the numbers. We need to get the numbers up with regards to the amount of awakened souls, the amount of souls that can just like show up in their truth. Like, this isn't the time to be a good girl or boy according to the patriarchy. This is the time to be a total full-on rebel to the patriarchy, and you know, and tell the patriarchy where to go. Quite frankly, this is not the time. This is the time to be relentlessly authentic and truthful. And the more of us that can do that, then we're going to reach critical mass. And then we're going to reach critical mass, and then boom, Mr. T is going to come back, and he's going to say it was all a lie, it was all a fix, blah, 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 blah. This is what's been going on. So Lucy says, I had dreams about the critical mass last night and woke up realizing how incredibly powerful that each of us are. It's wake up and go time. That's right, Lucy. Oh, Sarah's a first timer. Loves my singing. Thank you, love. Yeah, so that's it. It's like we're all being tested. Every single one of us is being tested with regards to how authentic we are in each moment. And we're being tested by ourselves. There's nothing outside of the self. There's only one self. There's only one God. There's only one self that has fractaled into bazillions of aspects. But there is only one self that is calling you up now to show up and speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. Speak your truth. Now is the time. This is why we came. Many of us were chosen because we have the power and tenacity to be able to speak our truth in these times of great programming, and where the programming has been to you know, to fit in with everyone around you. But that's not the energy that's going to take us into the new earth. We have to be prepared to stand alone. Mr. T, yeah, I like to call him Mr. T. That's my little what's the word? Comfort word for him, I guess. Oh, it's such a shame. I might not have even. I really want you guys to be able to get the. I know. If anyone wants to get the True Love, what do you call it? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the link to pay me with PayPal. It's £55, and whoever pays me £55 with PayPal and obviously puts a little note, this is for the True Love MP3 meditation, I will send it to you manually when I get off this call. Because I feel a bit gutted, because I really, really want you guys to do this meditation. It's very, very powerful. And now is the energy. It's about the divine feminine really, really stepping into this paradigm where she's sweetening her nectar, where she's getting her nectar as sweet as is possible, you know. And so this work is specifically for that. So I believe I've made the call. Rebels are us. Speak our truth, yes, alone, away from my family, but united with my soul brothers and sisters. Oh, bless you, Joe. Joe's my friend in Brighton. In honour of our sacred ceremony. Oh, you're all so beautiful. Oh, God, it's so weird. It just jumped from 94 people to 151. What is going on? That's so weird. God, that transmission flew, didn't it? I can't believe it. It was so fast. And I know that it's very, very dark. I'm just going to just turn the light on. One sec. Oh, I think that's a bit better, isn't it? It's very different though. Oh gosh, yeah, that's better. It's a bit of an intense light. I mean, I know I'm a light being, but you don't have to go that far, universe. Anyway, thank you so much. I loved the singing, and I saw an Arcturian in your face after the marriage. I fell kind of asleep. Grace hugs. Anna. Shelley, we've done the transmission, darling. Did you get here late? We did it at 8 minutes past 8 p.m. UK time. So if you missed it, then once I get off the call, it will be live on, it will be, the recording will be on YouTube. So yeah, we've done the transmission. It's 10:30 here, so good night from me. Good night, Berit, darling. Who's Mr. T? Just check out these messages. Oh, do you need us to pray for your union? How did it go when you saw each other? If you feel comfortable being upon, well, it's all perfect. Everything that happens with your twin is always perfect, and everything that happened was perfect between us. It wasn't how I thought it was going to go, because I was getting all these signs. I was like, oh, this is it. This is it. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is it. I've got Liam's help now. Everyone's praying. This is it. So I sort of like, you know, there was, on some level, there was more expectations than what I normally have in a way. But I think the truth of the matter is that being in the same physical vicinity as him affects my DNA. And so I always go through some sort of incredible experience, spiritual experience, from when we are physically in close proximity. And it could even be that we might just not quite be ready. Our vessels might not be ready for that level of light. I don't know, because I mean, I had to go through a lot of symptoms, and that was just seeing him for a couple of hours. So who knows? It's all perfect. And I think with my union, it's in God's hands. There's nothing that anyone can do. Like, you know, I've spoke to my higher self, and you know, and I said, oh, it's been taking a while, da, da, da. And they're like, you don't want it to happen any other way than what it's destined to happen. The way it's destined to happen is the most extraordinary and most blissful and the most, like, oh my God, like, you wouldn't want to have it less than that, you know. And I totally agree. I don't want to have it less than that. I've just got to be a little bit patient, and which I am. I'm very, very patient. I don't know. It's been a long journey, you know, holding this, because it's not just me holding it for my union, which is massive, but it's holding it for like loads of people's unions. I'm just sort of like, I'm just standing in the heart going, I'm all about true love. I'm all about fairy tales. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? To the whole world, everyone's like, oh, fairy tales aren't real. Twin flames aren't real. Like, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. True love is real. Do you really think God would have gone through all the bother of creating this creation without creating it so that we were actually going to be in union with our best friend, divine counterpart throughout all dimensional realities? Do you really think that God would have gone through all of the bother? Because I know God, and I know God wouldn't have gone through all the bother. This was created for twin flames. This realm was created for as to be a playground for divine counterparts to bliss out and go into rapture and ecstasy in each other's presence. That's why God created this realm, you know. So not a lot of people know that, but that's what patriarchy has done. It has sought to eradicate the truth of the heart out of the history books. And then I sort of came along, and I was like, oh no, the heart reigns supreme. Not only me, but whoever. I can only speak as me. But it's an energy. It's that Magdalene flame. It's like that flame will not be told. I won't be told by the patriarchy anything. I will not be told anything. I can tell them a few things or two, but I will not be told anything, because I'm a self-sovereign, innocent daughter of God. And I've remembered that. And so, you know, in that remembrance, that's the Trump remembrance. Then you're all powerful then, and you're always protected as well. I've always felt very, very deeply protected in my spiritual vibration, and I've been directly protected, like I really, really have. And that's why I always recommend to everyone, always work on your frequency, always work on your vibration, because you can't be. It doesn't mean you don't get attacked. Of course, I get attacked all the time. It just doesn't stick. It doesn't have to go. It's like water off a duck's back. Water off a duck's back. You know, it doesn't bother me. It makes me laugh now. It really does. Anyway. Thank you so much. Love the singing. Listen to some Canadian scientists talking of the divine union tonight as the only hope. Wow, that sounds amazing, Joe. Yes, I believe our prayers can reinforce the divine timing as God would have it be for your union. Yeah, that's right, Dream Queen. Wow, Laura met her twin flame. Jem is sending the hearts. Yeah, so we've covered a lot, haven't we? We've covered a lot. We just all have to trust divine timing, you know. I think for myself, coming out of a relationship, it definitely, I think it's easier to not have been in a relationship, to be on your own, than it is to have come out of a relationship. I think it sometimes it makes it can be quite intense sometimes, having had someone there and then them not there and blah blah blah, and you know. But generally, I'm really, really good. I'm really, really good at you know, at navigating these waves of you know, where we haven't come into physical union yet, and but my consciousness is so locked into that knowing that of the future where we are in union, and I'm sort of like looking back Right, that's it, because I've gone into like full quantum consciousness. And so then you're like all your past, present and future like consciousnesses or timelines, they all merge into one, you know, when you become quantumly conscious. And so it's so funny. It's like I'm often having this experience of my future self looking back and observing this dance of how, of like, oh, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Of the drama, the, you know, the synchronicities, the magic, the fact that it's just such an incredible show. This is an incredible show that I get to experience. And sometimes I can get lost in that when I'm in a, you know, in a puddle of grief or whatever. But then other times I can be like in full awareness that this part is temporary, definitely temporary. And then I'm also of them knowing that once I go into my merge with my twin, that's it. That's it then. There's no more unions where we'll be, or there's no more dimensional realities whereby we will experience separation. Like, this literally is it. You know, and then I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's like, oh, I'll just make the most of the fact that I'm on my own. It's actually quite an experience, considering for the next bit of eternity, I'm actually going to go into physical union, because I know that me and my twin, we will ascend together. We will depart this realm together. We will be holding hands and we will be depart. There'll be no more separation. I've seen the timelines. That does not happen in a fifth dimensional illumined twin flame connection. There's no such thing as this travesty that is called death. You know, there is a conscious ascension where you ascend out of your bodies when you're ready, and that's not in 80 or 90 years. That's in like 1,000, 2,000 years. Hi Liz. Hi Jen. Thank you so much for the transmission, for all your offerings, just to the ceremony with my divine counterpart. Oh. Yes, I will post again the links to my on sale programs, and with the True Love program, then I've put a PayPal link, and basically whoever orders it, I will send you the I will email you the meditation, because I don't know where the link has gone. It's a bit weird. But yeah, no, it's healing. I think it's really healing, us having these conversations. And don't you think? Healing. Why not have like 50,000 best friends? Why ever not? Who said that you can just have 2 or 3 close friends? I don't have any chattering sounds. All I've got, I've got the fan is on the computer, but there's no chattering sounds. That's so weird. So exquisite, Jen. Chance putting all his equipment together for his game today and is able to join us. Oh, amazing. That's so wonderful. Hello, Chance. Is a twin flame usually in the same place where you live? No, not necessarily. How much should I pay per? Oh, it's £55, guys, for the thingy-majiggy, True Love. Definitely. What do you mean, definitely, Zoe? Oh, yes. Oh, we're having loads of best friends instead of 2 or 3. Yeah, you're all my best friends, guys. You do know that. Yes. Also, you know, it's like when you activate the Hieros Gamos energies within you, this is the top frequency. This is what they don't want. Like the Hieros Gamos, this on a spectrum of this is like the highest of the highest frequencies that you can emit. And that does not mean that you have to be in physical union with your twin flame. It means that you have activated those codes within your own self. Rumi said, lovers don't meet outside of themselves. They're inside each other all along. They are the truest words I've ever heard, because it refers to your Kundalini energy. Your beloved is you. And once you realize that, you are set free, your beloved is set free, and the whole entire universe is set free. And then you become the most awesome magnetic force to attract your divine counterpart, because the primary axiom of creation states, as it is within, so it is without. So as you activate the Hieros Gamos codes within your own self, then the outer becomes a mirror of the inner. It's always a reflection of the inner. And then you experience the Hieros Gamos. This is a very, very, very potently high frequency for us to transmit, because that's all we are really, is we're transmitters, we're divine transmitters, crystalline transmitters. And so it's very powerful for us to transmit these the Hieros Gamos codes, because the Hieros Gamos refers to union with your own Kundalini energy, union with self, your divine self, and union with God, and realizing that they are all one. And that is the Trinity. That's part of the Trinity consciousness, is realizing union, unity with all that is. And when you realize that, you are awake. When you believe that you're a separate drop of water, that you just don't really belong, that you're scared and you feel afraid, that is the very opposite of oneness consciousness. That is duality consciousness. And that is what the program of the third dimension has enforced everywhere. The false idea of duality. But the truth is union. That you're not just a drop of water. You are the entire ocean. You are the entire ocean. It's like we are fractals of God. I am a fractal of God, and I am God. Because there's no separation. I am God. I am a fractal of God. I am God. I am a drop of the ocean, therefore I am the ocean. Hi, Tashi. And that's what it's all about. And so there's no, people say, oh, it's very judgmental to say someone's asleep. No, it's not. They're in duality consciousness. It's not a judgment. Someone's just not awakened to the fact that everything is divine and everything is sacred. That's not a judgment. That person is asleep, and that's okay. God loves them. God doesn't love them any less with the fact that they're asleep. I certainly don't love them any less. But if you're asleep, you're asleep. If you're awake, you're awake. And that's what this is all about. This is the time of the Great Awakening. And this is the time for us to become embodiments of awakened sovereignty, And then the more of us that can, arrive at that plateau, that vibrational plateau, this is when we arrive at critical mass. This is what it's all about now. Yeah, self-realization. That's what it's all about. But it's so simple. The only thing that creates complexity when it comes to self-realization is the mind. The heart always knows. The heart always knows that it holds the truth. The heart always knows that it is the scripture, the most sacred scripture in the universe. The heart knows that it contains deeply profound wisdom throughout all the ages. The heart knows that. It's only the mind which seeks to doubt or question or seek validation or validity in an egoic way from the heart. That's the mind. So we all have to find practices that enable our mind to not be in like full power control, And then when we commit to these practices, then we have this opportunity to really, really connect with our heart and understand that this is where God lives. God lives in the heart. God is not anywhere outside of you, outside of me. God is my heart. And that's why we have two ears, and we have the word ear in the word heart. We must listen to the heart, because this is where God speaks, and this is where we connect with our higher self as well. It's through the heart, and our heart knows the quickest, fastest, most efficient route to any destination. It's like the spiritual sat nav. It's the heart. So that's why I talk about that so much, that I remember clearly sat at the feet of Mother, Father, God, and my promise was to be empty. I said, that's what I'll do. I'll be empty. And God said, as soon as you're empty, I will fill you. I will fill you with my grace. But I cannot fill you with my grace if you are filled with clutter from the mind, doubts, worries, questioning the exquisiteness of the heart. I cannot fill you with grace. I can only fill that which is empty with grace. And that's why, speak about this all the time, finding these practices that enable us to be empty so that we can be filled by God, not the hijacked program of the Matrix. Because that's what it's all about. It's like there's just like this whole sort of like battle, not battle, but a quest. There's a quest for our consciousness, because we're so powerful. So if you don't take ownership, then the deep state will. Take no thought for your life. Just go with your heart. Yeah. So your divine counterpart is within you, because your union with God is what you are seeking. You think you're searching for your twin, but you're not. You're searching for that alignment with the present moment, that truly true gift of the present moment, and that is your own relationship with God's source. And the truth of the matter is that we, the divine feminine, are much more able and equipped to be able to bask in that connection. And in a way, many of us promised our brothers that we would remember, And this is the foundation of all my books. It's like a total reminder to the divine feminine of her duty and responsibility to awaken, because we have a power that the masculine doesn't have. They have a physical power that we don't have, but we have a spiritual power that they don't have. And it really, really is our duty to awaken. We do it for them. We do it for all our brothers, and we do it for all our sisters, and all the future generations to come. And it truly is the most selfless act in the universe, waking up. It really, really is. I paid 2 times, still missed the line. Oh, gosh. Greatly admire your perfect commitment to speak and write your truth no matter what. Thank you. All levels of my being loves today's meditation, deeply touched. Oh, well, it's really, really good to have this conversation. I appreciate being able to speak freely about very, very important matters of the soul and matters of the heart. But I'm aware that there are people that are waiting for this meditation. So I'm feeling now just to round it all about up, and just to, again, let everyone know that from 24 hours, I'm having a sale for my amazingly powerful programs and meditations. And I've put the links, and I'll put the links on this video as well. And that's it, I think. And the next transmission will be the 7/7. That'll probably be, so I don't know what that'll be about. So let's do the chakras, maybe. 7's a magical number. I am a 7, and in fact, in numerology, if you add up my birthday, I'm a 7, and I'm a typical 7. I really, really am a typical 7. So that's going to be interesting, the 7-7, isn't it? I'm so glad you're here, Tashi. Tashi's my really good friend from Goa. I love it when parts of my life all merge back into this point. And Jem in Glastonbury, Joe up the road in Brighton, Hove, actually. Okay, so basically, yeah, the meditation is, this is the meditation. So when I come off the call, for everyone that's just joining me now, if you refresh the page, you can watch this meditation from the beginning and you will get to do the transmission. So I'm going to say I love you all, and thank you all so much for showing up to do this very, very powerful and sacred work. And I truly, truly am blessed to walk this path with all of you, my beautiful brothers and sisters. Thank you. God bless us all. Namaste.